I know Saturday at 5:30. Has the rest of the schedule been released?
No, I don't think it'll be released until the play-ins are done.
So that's what we're waiting for?
I think that's what we're waiting for.
Because I'm just trying to guesstimate. So Saturday, Monday, and then you'd think Wednesday or Thursday? Saturday, Tuesday, Thursday?
The last few years, it's been Saturday, Tuesday, Saturday. Like, they'll stretch the first 3 games out for a week.
Really?
Yeah.
Who does that help?
The Warriors, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Older legs.
Yeah.
You know, I mean.
When was the last time that the Kings rolled out their entire team trying to win?
They rolled out their starters in the first half against Denver. Let me check that out. I wonder if the Warriors are flying up to Sac. Raymond Ritter, if you're out there listening, you probably turned us off already.
Probably takes
Raymond
longer
Ritter,
to get the
it's
engines
like a 30-minute flight.
That's a lot of waste of biofuel.
The Warriors do what you want.
Or
you worried about biofuel? Or are you worried about your players being comfortable on the flight and get up there safe and sound? Instead of being on the bus. Imagine all those 6'8", 6'7" guys on a charter bus. That can't be good for their legs.
I mean, I'm sure that their bus is more luxurious than like you and me taking the 38, like hanging on, like come on.
The last time they played all their guys was April 5th.
They've got to take up. Now I want to know. Now I want to know. Are they gonna? Where would they fly out of? So they drive down to SFO and fly out of SFO to go to. What does that flight look like?
Or they all meet at SFO. They get on the flight. 30 minutes. Boom. You're at Sac.
Is that what it is? Is it a? I don't even know how long.
30 minutes. I never flew to Sac to San Francisco.
I mean, I don't know. I think they've got to take a bus. I would assume a bus.
I don't know. That's Steiny. Where's Steiny at? Somebody ask Steiny. Or just ask him. Just ask him and let him know the answer.
I'll go get Steiny.
No. Just somebody go ask him. You can ask him and then just
tell Steiny to lean his
head. Do the
Warriors
Warriors fly to Sacramento? Do they fly? Or do they take the bus? 888-957-9570. You are listening to 95.7 The Game. KGMZ FM and AC1 San Francisco. Always live on the free Odyssey app. Download the Odyssey app and favorite 95.7 The Game for the best and most up-to-date sports coverage. And do not forget that you can also watch us every single day on our YouTube and Twitch streams. Just log on and search 95.7 The Game. Be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. 888-957-9570. Mark Medina 920.
Has
talk about what's going on in the Lakers. To talk about the Lakers and Clippers series.
I thought you were going to go 888-957-97. Has anyone flown from SFO or Oakland to Sacramento? I've never done it.
Yeah. It's an hour and a half bus ride. Maybe 2 hours.
It depends when you leave.
I thought they were taking a bus. I thought they'd take a bus up to Sacramento.
Yeah, I didn't say they would fly. I would assume they have team charter buses.
I was with D-Lo and KC yesterday. It's like the Warriors are flying. They're flying. Like, did the Sacramento Kings take the charter bus? I think you take the charter bus.
There's got to be an Arnold Schwarzenegger, get me to the chopper. There's got to be a drop somewhere.
Get me to the chopper. We'll get into some Draymond Green sound in just a second. Let's get to Anthony
Some of my
San
favorite
Jose.
rides back in the day with my teams were on the bus. You know?
It's high school, college.
Oh, except we had the old yellow bus with Mr. Ron Rosa driving us around. I had my disc man.
Who's Ron Rosa?
Ron Rosa was a teacher at Reardon who was the baseball coach, but when he retired from baseball and then Isola took over, Ron drove everybody in the bus. So we'd be in this big, gawky, I'm talking old school, giant yellow bus.
Interesting.
Yeah, the Reardon buses.
Anthony San Jose, what's happening? You're on a roast.
Hey, how you guys doing, man? It was my first time calling in, but I was sitting here driving to Oakland, and I was listening to the caller talk about how the game is supposed to be played and how Michael Jordan and Kobe played the game, how it was supposed to be played, and LeBron doesn't do that. And I was thinking about how much talent Michael Jordan had, so he didn't, he kind of changed the game in the way he played. It wasn't played like that ever before. The same thing with Kobe. A lot of people considered Kobe as a ball hog. And so he wasn't necessarily a player who played the game like he was supposed to be played. But everybody says LeBron doesn't do that because I don't know what this personal thing that people have with LeBron that make them hate him. He has, as a player, he has the most tools in his physical body that anybody has ever had. And so he plays the game the way he plays it. I don't know why people have this hate for LeBron and they tell what he can. I know it has a lot to do with his personality.
Yeah, that's what it is. That's what it is. Not, throwing
Putting the
people
crown
under
on
the
his head
bus.
yesterday.
They're throwing people under the
Jason.
bus all the time. I mean, he's that's why people can't say LeBron James. So I just got confirmation. Raymond Ritter, thank you so much.
What'd he say?
They take the bus up to Sacramento. Why don't they fly?
Well, you're the one who said flying.
Well, D'Lo and KC was like, no, they're flying. They're flying. I was like, why?
Do you think they get like a police escort on the way up there so they don't have to deal with like traffic or anything?
That's a great question. That's a
Yeah,
lot of city
I
money
don't
on
think-
gas back and forth. I don't know. in
Where's
these
you always
times.
worried about stuff?
Can we afford that?
Can the Warriors afford that?
No, I'm talking.
The Warriors will pay for the cops because that's what happens. So, if I'm not mistaken, when I used to do side hustles at McAvoy O'Hara Mortuary, they
Okay.
get the cops in there. The funeral, the people, whoever the death of the family would pay for police escorts. If I'm not mistaken,
Okay, but
They would get
that's to
paid.
like Colma.
Right, but I'm sure the Warriors could pay.
Sacramento.
I'm sure the Warriors could pay California Highway Patrol. Hey, we need a police escort up to Sacramento. I'm sure the Warriors can afford the
If
bill.
you leave, so I know that because I've done this, go to my sister's or to Tahoe or whatever. If you leave at like 8 or 9 o'clock or I guess 9 or 10 o'clock in the morning, because you'll beat some of the morning traffic back to the East Bay, and you just take I-80 all the way up, you're fine. You're going to get there in an hour and 40 minutes, hour and 40. And that's if you want to stop off in Vacaville and grab a bite to eat.
I'm sure they won't do that. I'm sure
No.
they'll have their own catered food
Yeah.
or whatnot. So, got some people who want to call in about flying to Sacramento.
Yeah. Who has flown to Sacramento? I want to hear this.
Eric in San Francisco, what's happening?
Hey guys, I actually grew up in Sacramento,
Okay.
and one of the standard field trips when you were sixth grade was to fly to SFO and get a tour of the airport,
Really?
fly back in the afternoon.
That's cool.
That must have sucked.
That was the most awesome one.
Eric, you guys flew down to San Francisco to take a tour of the airport?
What?
Yeah, well, remember we got back then. This was like in 1971 or something. We had a rinky-dink airport, so it was kind of nice to go to the big airport in the big city.
That's unbelievable.
That's incredible.
That's cool though. Like that's a good opportunity for kids that like have never gonna fly in their lives
was
to
the
get
first
that.
time?
I only flew like when I was like 12 or 13, so maybe younger. But a lot of kids like my age were like, oh yeah, I've flown when I was 7.
I
6,
didn't fly
stuff
till I
like-
was an adult. 20s.
There you go.
Yeah.
And I still don't really like it, but it is
Did you
what it
fly
is.
when you were a kid?
No, the first flight I ever took
I was in my
down to
20s.
San Diego. I think I was 21.
Yeah, so you're like me.
First flight.
The Shafskys didn't hop on planes.
It was all a road
That's
trip.
a quick one at least. Yeah, down to San Diego. It's like an hour.
It was all road trips. Damn. So that school must have had a lot of money to get to the airport, check into Sacramento, and then fly to SFO, and then tour the airport, get back on the plane, and go back to Sacramento. You're not even going to go to Fisherman's Wharf? You're not even going to get on a little bus?
That's a whole nother hour trip.
Can you imagine in today? Because that's in the 70s. That's like pre-TSA, all the check stuff. Now it's just like getting 30 kids in a class
Oh my
to go through the
God.
TSA.
Jeez.
And then getting those
I'd be-
permission slips signed.
I'd be pissed if I was like a whole class was right in front of me. It's like I need that
Touring-
TSA check or whatever it's called.
Touring SFO. Like, the old SFO. The old one. Not even a new one.
So 510 from the says they work for United. We have flights from SFO to Sacramento.
They do. Comcast Business Text Line.
Interesting. How much is that flight?
Probably cheap. Probably real cheap. Eric in Danville, what's happening? You're on the roast.
What's up?
Hey guys, I flown from Sacramento to San Francisco, I suppose, to Sacramento. It's about a 25-minute, 30-minute flight on a prop plane. I'm guessing if they had a jet, they could do it in about 20 minutes.
What's
flat.
a prop plane?
Propeller.
Oh, propeller. Okay. Sorry, I don't know the vernacular. My bad.
No worries, man. No worries. Just wanted to call in.
Yeah, I
Go
appreciate
Warriors.
that. It's like in Grand Theft Auto when you have to drive the Dodo. I don't know if you played GTA. Was it 4?
No, I wasn't a GTA guy.
What?
Yeah, I was Madden 2K.
What?
MLB the show. I was all sports games.
So you got to fly like the Dodo plane, and it's like a propeller thing. I never heard it called prop plane. I'm not a plane guy, so
Wow. So round trip.
give it to me. What's the round
This
trip?
is a random August 30th Wednesday. If I
Okay.
want to go from
You
San
know,
Francisco.
before you finish this, I blame Gavin Newsom for all of this. We should have that whatever light rail system that
Oh,
he's
yeah,
been talking
yeah.
about forever, so we could be able to do it that way. But continue.
Is there any flights from SFO to Oakland? Probably not. Round trip, a Wednesday, August 30th, will cost you about $254.
That's
Nonstop. That is insane.
I can go to Phoenix for cheaper.
That doesn't make any sense. Wow. It says here it's an hour flight.
Is that for today?
No, August 30th.
Wow, that far out and it's $250?
Yeah, 285.
Goes to show you how inefficient it is.
Okay, that's interesting. Bougie Bonte would demand to be flown to Sacramento first class and be put up in a 5-star downtown Sacramento hotel or refuse to work their Warriors game. Diva! Well, 321, Comcast Business Text Line. Yes, I would want to fly first class to Sacramento. But 2, I don't think they have a 5-star hotel in Sacramento.
No, what's the hotel that's connected to the stadium?
Doubletree Inn?
Isn't that where like all the players for the California Classic were staying? Or am I wrong?
Motel 6 you're talking about?
No, it was like a nice hotel.
Days Inn?
No, it was not a Days Inn. Come on. Don't do that to Sacramento.
Do they even have any 5-star hotels in Sac?
Yeah.
Their state's capital, so I would assume so.
You know,
like politicians, like we're getting like a lot of like people
Yeah.
coming in here
Yeah,
from
they
like
gotta
Washington
have it.
D.C.
They gotta
right?
have it.
All right. Well,
So
Marie.
really quick, I just Googled, 5-star hotels in Sacramento, and I got this website of 10 5-star hotels, and all of their ratings have 4 stars. So,
So there you go.
I'm not that much of a hotel guy, but I feel like that's kind of an indictment right there.
Well, if the games are spaced out, we'll get to Will and Marin just hanging tight. The games are spaced out. Say if game 1's Saturday and game 2's Tuesday.
Yeah, I'm coming home to sleep in my bed.
Are you coming back home if you're the Warriors
day.
that night?
Yeah.
Instead of staying in Sac?
Yeah.
Being on a bus, that's a long
Although
time.
if I'm going up to Sacramento, I'm going to tell you right now, Jim Boy's. I got to hit up Jim Boy's Tacos.
Not. You know what it's about up
Bomb.
there? Squeezing burger.
Oh, I know about squeezing.
Cheese on the
It's
outside
delicious.
crust. Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Will and
They've
Marin,
got
what's
good
happening?
food up there.
Will, what's happening?
Hey, what's up, guys? Thanks for taking my call. Yeah, I just don't really see the logic in it. I feel like you would spend more time at the airport
Thank
wasting
you.
your time waiting
Yeah.
Thank
to
you.
get onto the plane, waiting for it to taxi, waiting. I mean, if I'm just saying I understand the example I'm going to bring up as a massive hypothetical, but if I was a baller on the Warriors and I was good enough, to be on there and I was one of the starting 5, I would hop in the Lambo, bring Steph,
I feel him.
drive up, I'd have a homie road trip, smash up,
Yep.
stop at the taco place you're talking about,
Thank
gas,
you.
cruise around,
Thank
pull
you.
up to the parking lot. Hey, what's up? You like the Lambo? Yeah, I'm about to drop 30 on you tonight. We're
Exactly.
going to win. Then we drive down victorious, shooting the stuff like the boys and have a good night. And it's all good. I
Will.
wouldn't even want to waste my time there. I mean, it takes an hour and a half to get through TSA.
Will, you're speaking my language. And if I'm Steph Curry, I'm bringing my golf clubs and I'm going to Hagen Oaks. Like, it's an Alistair McKenzie course. You can waltz right on because you're Steph Curry. Like, if I'm the boys, actually, now that I think about it, I'm not driving back home to stay. I'm staying at a 5-star up there. If I'm Curry, okay, this is me pretending to be the most famous athlete in the world. I've got all my golf clubs, and we're doing a golf outing because I bet the weather's like in the 60s up there now.
Maybe.
It's got to be nice.
What is the weather up there? By the way, a big trade in the NFL.
What?
Lions cornerback Jeff Okudah. Remember,
Oh, yeah.
top 5 pick out of Ohio
Yeah,
State.
tore his Achilles.
He's getting traded to Atlanta to the Falcons for a 5th-round pick.
5th rounder? He went 4th
pick.
overall?
I know, 5th-round pick
Wow.
for Jeff Okudah.
I liked him coming out.
I did. No delivery of the game, right? We're off.
Wow.
No home run of the game? You guys don't want to do home run of the game? Would that be Max Muncy?
If you were a
Would
player,
that be Mookie Betts?
Absolutely not.
if you
Wilmer
were a
Flores,
player, would you
actually.
drive back and forth or would you stay up there?
I'd be tempted to drive back.
Well, yeah, I know you in the Charger, the Batmobile.
And you
Fonte.
can do those highways in Sac. They're like 6 lanes deep. Oh, I love it up in
Yeah,
Sac.
no, that's great. Then you
Dude.
get onto the I-80 and you're like, this sucks.
Yeah, I mean,
Going
what
through
is it?
Davis.
Could you take, what is it, 37? The back road to Sacramento?
Well, 37 goes like you're going.
is that Napa?
Yeah. It's
What's
like,
the one high? It's
It's in
another
between
one.
101 and then loops up and over.
There's another one where I was driving up to Sac for the NCAA
That's if you
tournament.
take 5
and the sun was setting.
to 50.
It wasn't 5 to 50. I got to look up
Sure?
the road.
'Cause, like, when you go to
'cause I went
South
through I went through Marin.
Okay.
I don't think it was 37.
Well, if you went through Marin, then it was either 37 or you hopped over to 12, which is up in Sonoma. You probably took 101 all the way up and then hung a right.
that may have been the 12.
Yeah, it was
then.
either 12 and then
And
you
then
go past
it's
the
the beautiful
Flamingo.
scenery.
Yeah.
And
I know
and
my
the sun
North
was
Bay.
setting. It was a beautiful drive.
Yeah. Oh, it is beautiful. There's nothing out there.
Nothing out there. The Batmobile ain't no V6.
So they're
Stop
saying
it.
that the Kimpton Sawyer Hotel is a 20-step walk to the stadium.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. Because I thought we saw some of the old, some of the coaches. I could have swore we saw the Miami Heat.
Ooh, you know what? Before we break, the New York Giants, they like to get on the train to go to Washington to play the Commanders.
I didn't
What
know
if the
that.
Warriors? What if the Warriors just got on the Amtrak?
Well, that's why I'm mad at freaking Newsom. He's been talking about this light rail thing or whatever. It was the high speed. what do they call it?
High-speed rail, yeah,
High-speed rail. I've been hearing about. Do you know how bad I would like to take that to go to a SoFi game?
I don't know if the plan was it for to go from the Bay Area to Sacramento, but I totally hear what you're saying. It'd be awesome to have that thing.
Sacramento wasn't part of that plan.
It went straight to Tahoe, and that's it.
Nobody's taking a light rail from LA to
I think it was
Sac.
like a Bay Area LA thing. I believe it was the transit center was supposed to be like a station for it or something like that at one point.
Oh man!
So Sacramento wasn't a part of it at all. I thought it was the whole state.
And Sacramento, I think even though they're the state capital, you know what? We get to Mark Medina in a second.
Faulty state
capitals.
It's
yeah,
a faulty
like
state.
Albany and New York.
Yeah, it's not.
New York City is the capital.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Sacramento being the capital of California is an absolute joke.
I'm agreeing with you. I'm nodding my head.
What's the state capital of Texas? Is it Austin?
Mm-hmm.
You got to Google it.
To me, Dallas should be the capital of Texas.
Austin's a beautiful town, though.
The reason they do that really quick is they don't want like the biggest cities to have like too much influence over the rest of the state, and they also want the state capital to be more centralized. So Sacramento's more in the center of the state of California, so that's why Sacramento is our state capital.
And Sam, this is why you're the smartest person at 95.7 The Game.
Like Montgomery is the capital of Alabama. Should be Tuscaloosa
but
or
Montgomery's
Birmingham.
in the center of the state.
But it should be Birmingham. Come on. This is a joke. You do get extra credit. Love it. It's from Tyler Miller. Like, come on. I'm looking at it. Jefferson City, Missouri's the state. Jefferson City's the state capital of Missouri. I used to love this stuff as a kid. Geography, doing state capitals. I remember a second grade test. I got like 47 out of 50. I was so happy.
I want to see you unfurl an old school map and not use Waze or Google Maps.
I would love to do that.
I know. I want to make